They should have kept prayer in school. You dig? They should have kept prayer in school. What's wrong with praying to the Most High, to God, for a better tomorrow? What's wrong with it? Took the protection off the schools, allow these demons to come within the school, take the 10 Commandments out the school. Remember they used to have the 10 Commandments in the school? They don't even want to talk about it. Do you ever hear after these school shootings, people die? Do you ever hear the journalists, the reporters, the people of the fallen? Do you ever hear them talk about the Lord, God? Yeah, they talk about it. Oh my God, it's a tragedy. Oh my God, why did he do this? Now y'all talk about God, but that's after the fact. You can't put God and prayer on the back burner. You can't do it. You can't put that on the back burner, family. Think about it. As long as you don't put God first, you don't know what's liable to happen to you and your loved ones. Y'all think y'all govern yourself? Who you think protecting you? Who you think who waking you up? Who you think who putting you to sleep? Who you think allowing your body functions to work on 100%? You think that's by happenstance? That's the Most High blessing you with health, blessing you with discernment, blessing you with choice, blessing you with everything. But some of y'all don't take it for granted. Y'all don't even have to wake up y'all didn't have to even wake up this morning. Y'all couldn't have died in y'all sleep. Whatever time it took place, y'all couldn't have never made it to see today. But you gotta understand, a lot of us take stuff for granted, family, and that's unfortunate. I think I was discussing it with my people. It was an old lady was responsible for taking the 10 Commandments out to school. So I'm a slice and dice this one up. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. So on to the next one. What's up, fam? Let's get into it. Like I was saying, prayer, prayer is always good, People don't realize that prayer changes things, You can play with this if you want. You think it's a game. But at this day and age, we need all the prayer we can get. We need all the prayer we can get. We need to pray for these dysfunctional trolls on YouTube. They got issues with other YouTubers. We need to pray for them. We need to really pray for them because they're ignorant. They is ignorant. And it's a shame. Yeah, they really need help, family. Man, them mosquitoes jumping. Excuse me, I'm trying to get the mop straight, the stash straight. There you go. But anyway, let's get on to it. So we have this dilemma. Unfortunately, we have people keep thinking they can govern themselves. You got to have structure within your family. You got to have some kind of religious boundaries and structure. Like I was saying, they took the prayer out of schools. Ever since then, you realize if you really a person of researching, you should understand that as soon as they done that, I noticed the schools went down the tubes. 10, 20 years down the line, the schools are in deplorable shape. And and to add insult to injury, now you have the faculty, the schools, the faculty in the schools, as far as the principals, the administrators, the janitors, the teachers. They conversing with the kids in a sexual verbal way, and they taking it to the task to commit sexual acts. Excuse me. With the students. We've been hearing cases of women teachers laying with teenage boys and even being impregnated by the very persons they need to be teaching curriculum to, but they want to have sex with them. They want to give them sexual education in a physical way, which is molestation, so forth and so on. And it's causing a problem, family. It's bad enough the educational system is a double standard when it comes to us, because the American education system, that's what it is, the American educational system. Now, if you want to know more, you want to know more in depth about your black culture, you have to seek means, and you got to do the research on your own, because it's more than the American educational system when it comes to our history and when it comes to curriculum. You gotta have first and secondary educations. You gotta have first education of America, then you have second, or you can put either or. But learn your history, learn your true identity, learn your true culture as being a melanated man and woman. And then master the American educational way of life. It's a necessity, family. This is why we run into complicated issues when it comes to this, because we don't want to master both educations, and it's a problem. And we don't want to take hold of the religious institution like we supposed to as black folks in big numbers. This is why we got all these problems. Got kids shooting up the school. There ain't no safety net over the school. There ain't no prayer over the school. There ain't no religious things being taught in school. There ain't no righteous things being taught in school. Only that's curriculum. But you got to add the spiritual mentality in it too. It's no separation. See, that's the problem. We try to separate everything. Oh, we got the church and state. Oh, we got to separate religion from the schools. Oh, we got to separate religion. And so, you know what you're doing? You're not separating it. You're erasing it. That's what you're trying to do. That's what the devil wants. So when you take the safety net, when you take the safety net off these public American schools, or Catholic schools, or private schools, whatever the case may be, when you take the safety net. Hold on, let me go back. Catholic schools, that is a religion, but I don't even want to go there. There's been so many sexual things going down in those Catholic schools. You got to ask yourself, what's really going on? But I ain't gonna go there. If y'all students of the game, y'all know what's going on. So my thing is this: you see how the devil slickly gets in these institutions and sabotage them, and intertwine himself within these institutions and destroy them. He eat them from the inside out, like a parasite. Him and his flock, the demons, they parasites, and once they get foothold, they tear it apart, they decay it. It's just like a body. When a body go into rigor mortis state, and when a body decomposes, the parasites, you start to see maggots, worms, flies flying out the corpse, because it's a big harvest. It's a harvesting. When an animal or a person dies, flies lay eggs in the corpse. That's all magnets is. Magnets is lava. Baby flies going through, and through maggots, flies be born. It's just, they just going through the metamorphosis state, you know. That's what that is. Giving y'all a little bit of science here, a little botany here, whatever you want to call it. And that's what it is. But the thing is, family, let me further elaborate. When we have these schools for the past damn near I don't know how long, all this stuff keep going on like this, you gotta ask yourself, how are we gonna stop this? Well, my only thing is y'all gotta get in tune with the Most High. That's the only way it's gonna stop. You gotta ask yourself a question: is there any love in these schools? What about these parents? Half of those kids come to school, they've been abused. You know, they too shy to tell the faculty. They've been molested. They repeatedly been molested in these homes. Some of them had bad hygiene due to their homes are dysfunctional. These kids, I'm telling you, the saddest thing to deal with is broken homes. The students from broken homes that have a lot of dysfunction in it. And it's not the job for the teacher to raise the kids. See, that's where the fuck up comes in, you know? It's up to these goddamn parents to raise the goddamn kids. Not for the teacher. The teacher can't be a teacher and those students' parents too. Let's not get it twisted. The teacher cannot be those students' parents. The teacher is put there. The teacher went to school. The teacher or he or she went to school to be taught to be a teacher, to teach other people. They're not there for parental supervision, and they're not there to be a stepdad or stepmom. They're there to teach your children. So to the parents out there, raise your goddamn children. But, well, as you know, when you have grown people, the worst crime in the world is when a grown person knows they lack education and won't seek education. It's a critical thing when a grown person knows they lack education but won't seek it. They wanna relish in ignorance. So you have a lot of folks out here that been blessed to procreate, but their minds are not mature. They're not grown up in mind. And that's a habitat for destruction when it comes to rearing and raising this, these offspring they have. Because they ain't working on full capacity far as upstairs in the mindsets. So they're gonna teach their kids the only, the percentage of their brain usage, meaning they're ignorant. So 9 times out of 10, they're gonna teach their kids. It's gonna pass on them. It's gonna pass on to them. They're gonna be ignorant, and you have a generation of ignorant folks with no morals, no ethics, no religious backgrounds and stuff like that. And then it spills off to violence. It's not the schools, it's the parents. It's the religious principles of the Most High. See how these things all interconnect. If the families ain't right, 9 times out of 10, if the parents ain't right, the parents ain't right, 9 times out of 10, the children ain't gonna be right. And they're gonna bring those same dysfunctions to the school. I need y'all to really get this video out here if y'all listen to me, because it's very important. See, people always surprised of what things, this is the sign of the times, family. It's certain rules and certain oaths you don't break. And when you break those rules and oaths, all else fails, meaning destruction is upon you as the individuals who practice in these lifestyles of destruction. As far as parents, they're passing on to their children. And the school administrators and the faculty, got to put up with the shit. Then you have the same thing with the faculty and the school administration and the people that is practitioners of school of thought, as far as teachers. They having sexual relations with the children. You see, 2 wrongs don't make it right. And this is why we have all this disturbance and all this chaos within the schools, okay? And sometimes it plays out in violent reality. Now let me tell you something. I'm going back now in this commentary and this dialogue. Once you take, that's with anything. Once you take the religious protection off institutions, off your household, off your personal life, which is you as the individual listening to this commentary, you open up stargates, you open up portals. Okay, whether it be dwelling or whether it be living source, which is you as a living human being. Look, when you take the protection off, demons can easily get in and infest. Okay? And they resonate and they put foothold within your souls, within your lifestyles, and within your schools. They come with sexual deviancy, they come with violence, they come with murder. Because that's what the devil deals in. That is the devil's devices: deception, larceny, fraudulent behavior, sexual deviance, jealousy, malice, gluttony, all the sins. Lusting after people's wives, daughters lusting after fathers lusting after daughters, all that incest bullshit, taboo. But you see you see how this boils up. Then you got these this wing, that wing. You got these people with these ideologies when it comes to melanated black folks, like we the scum of the earth. Like we never contribute to civilization. We built America, god damn it. If it wasn't for us, it wouldn't be no bricks, it wouldn't be no mortar, it wouldn't be no highways, it wouldn't be no lamp. We built this goddamn place. So we got much at stake and claim as anyone else in America. Forget all that, give it all up. Hell no, give it all up for what? My ancestors sweat and died and got hung and tarred and feathered and been through every hellish goddamn contraption of torture, unimaginable to mankind, all the atrocities we went through. And you mean to tell me we just gonna throw it all away? Nah, we gotta get something out of this place. If we plan to leave this place, we gotta still get something out of it, because they got something out of us, and they still getting it out of us. These people had a free ride, goddamn it. We the only race that never was reparated. We never. All those other non-melanated ethnicities, even the Native Americans got some reparations. Black folks ain't get shit. Nothing. We was robbed, man. We was robbed almost 1,000 years, man. Now, like I was saying, you got these people teaching their kids, these non-melanated kids, that we are undesirables. So from knee-high to grasshopper, these young men been taught that. They've been indoctrinated in that shit. And eventually it boils over. They've been worked on. They've been used to hate us. Throw the cards on the table. This is how they do these things. And it's not just exact. It's over a time period. And it finally manifests, and then it plays out into reality. Then you have your tragedies and stuff like that, because it's been boiling in the gumbo pot for a long time, premeditated. That's right. This is how these people play, man. These handlers, these wicked people in the dark, that prey on young folk to do their bidding. Because they know y'all weak in mind, y'all haven't matured yet, and y'all gullible. And that's what they do. Guys my age and up, they're dealing that. That's right. And women. They're screwing these boys in these schools. Not letting the boy fully grow up in mind. It feels good, but everything that feels good ain't good, because it's not all about feeling good. You got to add other stuff to it too. And it's dysfunctional. Those feel goods are going to turn into all kinds of pain, stress, violence, sickness. if it's not ordained and it's not blessed upon you by the Most High. That's just lust. You praying on it. You praying on the young, and it's molestation. Face it. Underage sex, whatever you want to call it. The young boys being fathers at 16 and 15, haven't grown up yet. We got to sit there, mess up their education just to raise some children, because some fool that supposed to be teaching a young man want to suck a little bone and play with the bone and get boned. That's nothing cute, man. Now you got someone you got to take care of, and you ain't you ain't finished school or nothing, because someone actually is stopping you from succeeding. When you think about it, that's the reality of it all. That's why it's not a good. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, family. So when you have these things going on, again, it goes back to what we need to be doing as human beings. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not a saint. I done told y'all that. I done told y'all that in many videos. But I am a religious brother, and I truly believe the only way we can get through our problems is we pray, stay vigilant, and stay on the beaten path. Because you hear these people crying after the aftermath, and people yellow tape up, crime scene tape. People injured and some people, perished. But you ever hear those people talk about the Most High? You ever hear the journalists and reporters talk about the Lord, the Most High? Why is this happening? We need prayer back in the school. We need some kind of practitioners to come in every now and then and preach sermons so we can uplift our youth, all nationalities of mankind, so we can come together and stop this and see that God made this big space. He made this big spaceship for us, for all of us as Homo sapiens to live in. Not just one race. He made this planet for everyone to enjoy it and partake in it. Fishing, wildlife, hunting, the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air. You know what I'm saying? The plants, the vegetation, everything, it's like these birds chirping. Nature, where I'm standing at right now. He provided all this for us. But we still not satisfied. He gave you the mind to build as men and women. Build institutions, erect structures. Where do you think that comes from? He blessed you with knowledge to measure, put stuff together, create, inventions, inventors, and all that. That comes from the Most High. Those are blessings bestowed on you as the individual from the Most High. And some of us don't get it. When God gives you something to do, do it. And recognize and pay homage to the one that gave you that blessing so you can do it. Because everyone can't do what the next person do. So therefore, you should already know, where does that come from? That's the Most High. And the angels that's blessing you with the talent you need to be doing. We don't want to give no credit where credit is due. No, you don't give credit to man just for, you get credit to man on certain things, but the one who created you, the one that got you talking, the one who got you walking, the one that got you using your body functions right, the one who gave you a sound mind, man didn't do that. That's God doing that. That's the Most High doing that. See, we take too much for granted, and this is why. When we as people shun the Most High way, this is why all these problems start. This is why these black communities is in an uproar. This is why all this black on black crime going on still. This is why these schools ain't right. Because we want to keep subtracting the Most High. We want to keep on subtracting. We want to keep on subtracting the very entity, the very powerful being that created all things. We want to push him to the side and his celestial body, as far as his flock, which is the angels up there in the celestial bodies, to speak, up in the heavens. We want to shun all them, his archangels, We want to shun all of them, all the angels and him as the leader, the great King of Kings. We want to shun all that, and we want to be rulers of ourselves. We want to govern the very spaceship he created for us to live on until he come back and see. There is where the problem lies, family. Man has got beside himself, and the prophecies, unfortunately, are fulfilling themselves day by day by day. Now it's up to you, the ones who listen to this commentary, it's up to you to use your discernment and realize that you don't govern yourself. Any given day, you can die. Facts. So you need to be preparing yourself for a lot of things before it's too late. You can live heaven on earth, but you got to get in that book. You got to practice what you learn, and you got to apply it to your everyday walk. Or you just walking in nothing. And when you can't do that, 9 times out of 10, like I always say, you're gonna be walking with the devil. It's up to you. Are y'all surprised what's going on? You shouldn't be. Ask yourself a question. Is these people lost? Yeah. Do the majority of these people out here, do they have any faith in the Most High? Do they even practice religion? No, they don't practice it. They're in the world. So if they're in the world, they're of the world. And you know, the world's oyster, the oyster, this is the devil's oyster, planet Earth. See, my thing is this. I come to fruition to understand, this is my interpretation of what I think as a brother. The devil was sent here. He was kicked out of heaven and his angels. The Most High created us. He had so much love beyond comprehension. You know what I'm saying? He loved us. He made us. So right there, he created a being, which is Homo sapiens, which is human beings. He created us. He took time out of his daily schedule to create us. Okay? And my thing is this. It's a test. And he's watching us, family. He's the all-seeing eye. Not the Illuminati BS. He is the all-seeing eye. That's the eye of God. That is the one who watches us. Watches everything. And records us in his catalog. He's watching us, family. And he's saying who's going to beat the test. He's saying who's going to pass the test. This is my thoughts. So, this is a test. The real test. To be obedient to his laws, statutes, and commandments, and fight the spiritual warfare, and be victorious over Lucifer, and fight the good fight. You're going to have to work to get into heaven. You're going to have to work, baby. That's when I'm just, this is coming from me, and this is my thoughts. You going, just like anything else, that's the test. You're going to have to work. It's not going to be just easy to get into heaven. You're going to have to work for that. And certain things you're going to have to do. And that's all there's to it. So, I'll leave y'all with that. Y'all can take it how you want it. Please pray for your schools. Pray for your family. Pray for yourself. And try to live a somewhat righteous life. Because if you don't, your life ain't going to get no better. Don't let the devil take you out. Don't let him psych you out. Don't let him do that. That's all I'm saying. I'm out of here.